I'm a dumbass. So, Connor, Duncan, Shaun, 100 centimetres, what does that equal?
What, a metre?
Yes. Can you please spell that word for me?
M-E-T-E-R.
M-E-T-E-R.
Nah, it's not.
Wait, no, M-E-T-R-E.
I have been spelling it M-E-T-E-R my entire life. I work in a fucking builder's merchants, right? Selling timber by the metre. I've been spelling metre wrong, so here we go. Metre, M-E-T-R-E, is the standard spelling of the metric unit of length in nearly all English-speaking nations except the United States and what other country do you think?
Canada?
Yes. No? Trinidad and Tobago.
The Philippines.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been spelling metre wrong my entire fucking life. And what a way to start a gaming podcast.
So it's goddamn US kids shows brainwashing us again.
I know. So, yeah, it's M-E-T-R-E. And it doesn't look right to me, so I'm still spelling it my way.
Like the cheap footballs, but with an E instead of an I.
Oh, classic. Mitre Delta, best ever football.
It is indeed. It is. This is the best way to start a gaming podcast. Hello and welcome to episode 36 of the Gamers Watch podcast. My name is Harry and I'm joined as always by Shaun.
Hey.
I am joined by Duncan.
All right, Slags, they doing all right. As your mum's, you all right? Yeah, fucking Slags.
And we're joined by Connor, the GeneralC.
You like governor?
So it's southeast versus southwest today.
I feel like I should have brought my stab-proof vest.
Yeah, me and Shaun have got pitchforks and Connor and Duncan have got Stanley knives. So let's see who wins.
I'll resent that.
As always.
Pitchforks and pasties.
Yeah, pitchforks and pasties versus what?
Pies and...
running water. I don't know.
What's an Essex delicacy, Connor? Poverty?
Yeah, that's about right.
Pie and mash.
Pitchforks and pasties and pies and poverty.
Yeah, that about insults most of our audience.
I'm looking forward to finding some pictures for that bit.
I'm not looking forward to the eventual backlash that we'll get because we've had a bit of backlash, but I'll talk about that in a little second. First of all, we got a bit of housekeeping to do. So if you enjoy this podcast, or even if you don't, please do share it with your local... who should we share it with this time? Oh, your local baby killer. Follow us on Twitter at GamersWatchCrew. You can leave us a review on your platform of choice if it allows you to. You can subscribe to Gamers Watch Podcast on YouTube, and that is www.youtube.com/GamersWatch. We changed the premiere time again, by the way, guys. It's now going to be 5 p.m. British Standard Time on a Friday. So to give all of our YouTube viewers... Yeah, that's what we said.
I thought it was 8
I'm pretty
p.m.
sure we said 8 p.m.
What did I just say?
5 p.m.
Oh, fuck it, 8 p.m. then, whatever. We've changed it again, so just don't pay attention to me. Hit that notification bell, smash that like button, and... leave us a 1-star review if you're a little bitch. Because we got our first 1-star review because apparently I kill babies. Who knew? Shaun, shall we move on to Xbox news brought to you by the Midweek Mixup podcast?
I think we should.
Sweet. So the first little bit of news is that we've got a flight test for Halo that's been announced is coming up. And on top of that, Halo Infinite will be launching with 23 maps, which is pretty cool. Who here is going to be in the Halo flight?
All of us.
I was going to say...
signed up, I guess.
I'm not signed up.
Sign the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
It's too late for Harry. He needed to sign up by the 13th of September.
It's loads of effort, and I know I'm not going to play it, so what's the point? Why would I take the opportunity from someone else?
Literally filling out a single form.
Well, I've been doing that a lot with all of our new press PR people that we've been creating relationships with over the last week. Yeah. So yeah, we're like really friendly with like Sega and Square Enix and Xbox and Ubisoft. We're like best mates with all of them. So I've been busy doing that, Shaun.
It's one of the only times where the childhood comment can be used by one of us of, my dad works there.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah. Dunky Dunks, your dad worked for Sega, didn't he?
Shit, yeah. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, he used to.
I've got a dad.
Yeah. No, he used to. He used to work for Sega fixing arcade machines. So I spent like literally every like Saturday morning in a free-to-play arcade on my own. So I didn't forge any skills on how to bond with people. Just spent all my time alone in an arcade growing up, which has probably hampered my social skills growing up as I'm an adult. So,
but it does mean that you get to be part of a wicked podcast. So swings and roundabouts, eh?
Look where it's led me to.
I can't make friends, but I do have Duncan Voices Indie Choices, where this week he's going to be talking about the fantastic little game Lake. I think.
No, I'm not.
Nope. Got it wrong
We're going to be
again.
talking about the fantastic game Mad
Streets.
Mad Streets.
I'm doing a video on Lake.
You are doing a video on Lake. Oh yeah, by the way, Duncan's going to be doing video content. So we all pumped for Halo Flight Test?
Yes, very excited.
What are we all expecting?
Big Team Bell. Because that's what it's going to be.
Oh, is it?
They have said what it's going to contain.
Have they already said what it's going to be?
Yes.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they have. I'm pretty sure they have.
Tell me what it's going to be, because I don't know.
Big Team Bell.
I don't know what that is. Big Team Bell?
Battle.
Oh.
Fuck.
The microphone kept cutting off. I could
You're
just
right,
hear Big
Harry.
Team Bell. No, I'm not, Shaun.
Can't hear us over the sound of those baby skulls being smashed.
The ghosts of them fetuses are coming for you.
Clubbing babies.
You guys just go with this. I'm going to have 5 minutes off. Fucking talk about Halo, Little Big Adventure, and GeForce now. Fuck it. Go on then, Shaun. You do this. Come on, Shaun. Do it.
I mean, can I just take a moment to say 23 maps on launch for Halo for a free-to-play multiplayer is actually a pretty big deal.
That is a lot more than I thought there'd be.
I'd love to comment, but, with 16 minutes, we were like, let's make this a quick one today. 16 minutes, we've not even done the first fucking bit of news. Talk about fucking Halo, guys. Go on, go for it.
Do you think they'll open up anything else, like in the final day of the flighting, sort of like they did with the first one?
Possibly. Maybe some other big team battle style modes.
Big Team Bell, sorry.
Big team battle.
Harry, shut up.
Don't talk to me like I'm Joe.
You rat. Connor, do you reckon on the flighting it will have like the challenges for the season pass, or do you reckon they're just not going to show anyone because they want people to
I'd assume
fucking play
so,
it?
because they're going to want you to unlock the stuff that's in the battle pass to test it out again, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
did they have?
Good.
Did they have challenges in the first flighting?
Yeah, but I really didn't pay much attention to it, to be honest, because I was just having fun with the thing.
Almost as if daily challenges don't add anything. Who'd have thought that, eh?
Apparently not 343.
No. Duncan, there is a bit of news that you specifically wanted me to add in.
Yeah. What?
Just how excited you sounded there.
So you do these at fucking 9:30 every Tuesday evening? God, I should be going to bed by then, man. Come on now.
I'm sorry.
I've got the energy.
It's just I've got a small child that I need to settle down into bed, so I'm sorry that I didn't consider your feelings in my parenting.
Okay, well, now you're aware of it.
No worries, I'll just tell my 2-year-old, mate, if you can just get to bed a little bit earlier, because Duncan gets a bit grumpy at 9:30.
I wish we could get on with that. That'd be great.
So
What time? 9 o'clock's way too late for a 2-year-old, isn't it?
he just won't go to sleep any earlier.
Way too late for a 36-year-old, Shaun.
All right, Grandad. So Little Big Adventure, new one has been announced.
I expect no one's heard of it, but Little Big Adventure 2 came out when I was 12, 24 years ago.
Jesus.
I know. Makes me very sad. Very sad.
What was that on? The fucking Atari?
No, it's a PC game, but it was like my first actual kind of like open world kind of adventure with like a little car in it, and you could speak to people. I was 12, so I didn't really understand the game at all. But yeah, a new dev studio called 2.21 have announced they're making a new one for PC and consoles. I can't imagine it's going to do very well, but it has a real big cult following. I mean, if you looked it up on YouTube, you'd think, what is this shit? But I've got like super fond memories of it, so I'm very excited about that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a Duncan Voices and Indie Choices coming up.
I expect so.
For a moment there, I thought it was going to be like something to do with Little Big Planet because I had no idea what that game was.
That is what I read it as when Duncan first said about it. Was it a few weeks ago now when they announced it?
I think it was this week actually.
Was it? Bloody hell!
Oh no, it's only fucking Tuesday. It was last week.
Oh, no. Yeah, I got slightly excited thinking there was a new Sackboy's Big Adventure being made, and then I remembered that they've been bought by Tencent.
Oh god, I forgot about that. Yeah. Now, something else has happened quite big today, but we don't really have the time to properly delve into it because having looked through this, I don't know how much of it is legitimate and how much of it is just sort of rumour. But essentially, correct me, I don't know if anyone's looked into this further, but if you sign up for, is it GeForce Now? It unlocks this huge library of placeholder games. Literally anyone can do this. And I've summarised the list, and it's huge. So we're not going to spend any time on any one singular game, but I just want to run through like how big of a leak this is. So by unlocking GeForce Now, it gives you access to their database for testing, and you can find the following unreleased games on their platform. So God of War, Returnal and Demon Souls for PC, GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas Remaster, Mafia Definitive Edition, Uncharted Collection for PC, Alan Wake Remastered for PC. All new PlayStation games are apparently listed also as being cross-play, potentially for PS Now. Unannounced Xbox Studio projects, including Avowed, Fable, Project Holland, which is potentially Fable, Oxide, which we don't know what it is, Project Typhoon, which is likely Contraband, and Project Woodstock, that is an unknown IP. Fight for Middle-earth, Injustice 3, Half-Life 2 Remastered, Titan Quest 2, Payday 3, Project FPS, which is a Paradox Interactive game, Human Fall Flat 2, Hangar 13, The Talos Principle 2, Total War 9, an untitled Respawn game, an untitled The Initiative game that is potentially Perfect Dark, Sniper Elite 5, Helldivers 2, Judgment, Halo 5 Guardians for PC, City Skyline 2, Space Punks for Steam, which is currently an Epic exclusive, Moss for Steam, which is currently a PSVR exclusive, Hitman Pro Edition, Destroy All Humans 3, Earth Defense Force 6, Dragon's Dogma 2, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel for PC, Chrono Trigger Remaster, Bioshock 22, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Final Fantasy 7 Remake for PC.
Deep breath.
So that's the list.
That was a lot.
That is potentially, from what I've seen, the biggest single game leak of all time. And there's some big names in there, like Final Fantasy 7 Remake for PC is big.
There is one in there, though, that I'm a little bit confused about.
What's that?
Injustice 3. I'm pretty sure NetherRealm Studios said that they're not prioritising Injustice 3 because they're prioritising Mortal Kombat 12 over it because of their relationship with Warner Brothers.
That's the thing. I don't know how much of this is real and how much of it is just placeholder names. And that's why I don't want to dive into this. I know that Jez Corden's currently working on a Windows Central article for this, but I don't want to dive into it too far because we could start talking about Destroy All Humans 3 for half an hour and then find out that it's not happening. Yeah. So
there is a Destroy All Humans 3.
No, I mean, like, it's not going to be on GeForce Now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
right, yeah.
We could spend ages talking about the potential that these games could have launching on this service, and then it might just all be for nothing.
Yeah.
I know that there's a few in there that are definitely coming out. The GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas remasters are almost certainly real, but we just don't quite know how much of that is real or not.
I don't know about that. We've heard those rumours for multiple years and it's still not happened.
I think we might see it this year. However, talking of things that we don't know if they're quite real or not, all four of us here have played the same game.
We've synced.
I have played another game, but I don't want to talk about it because no one wants to hear me talk about a game that is just okay. So, Connor, you're not going to be talking about this too much because you've got a pass or play video that will be coming out on the Saturday after this releases, don't you?
Yes.
So we'll allow you to sort of jump in with bits and bobs, but we're wary that we don't want to spoil your video.
This is all I'll say. All I'll say is I started recording and I'm recording hour segments and I forgot that I was recording.
Okay.
So I have like
Fair
a
enough.
huge 2-hour segment and that's as far as I'll go. Maybe I'll chime in here and there, but I don't want to sort of spoil that verdict.
It's understandable. And that's why later on, you've got your own little bit where you can jump in, have a bit of a chat to yourself. Because we'll just fuck off and leave you on your own, basically, mate. But we're wary that we don't want to spoil this too much with your opinions on the game if you have the video coming out the day after. However, we've all played the Artful Escape. I'm going to summarise very quickly what I think of this. Yeah, it's fucking great. Yeah.
Was that
Shaun?
Is that your summary?
Cheers then.
Yeah, it's just fucking great.
That was worse. That was
Stick it on the
worse than
box.
my Dante's Inferno summary.
It's just really fucking great. I love it. It's like the game is orgasming in my ears, and I quite enjoy that. So I've only played about 3 hours of it, but Shaun, Duncan, have at it.
Cool. Who's going first?
You go first, Shaun. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you completed it.
It is an audio and visual treat of a game. It's not like a deep game mechanics wise. The way I'd describe it is it's less you're steering the direction of the game and more that you're just along for the ride. So I think the only like real sort of gameplay mechanics is every now and then you have to play a song and it's sort of like Bop It, where you have to press the right button, so it says. But my God, it's just so nice to play and listen to as well. And it flows really, really well. There wasn't any bits that dragged on or like felt they were too quick. It's just, it's like those music levels in platformers where everything like times up together. So the background, different things move in time with the music and that. It's basically a whole game of just that. And I wouldn't change a single thing about it.
No,
That's it.
yeah, I completely agree. So it's definitely less of a game, more of an experience. However wanky that sounds. So like I really love these the games like this. So I don't know if anyone played Res before, where it's it was a shooter, but you're not playing it for the gameplay. You're playing it for the synesthesia, I think you pronounce it, of just this mental experience of the music. And it's such a weird thing. So like every now and then I watch this video on YouTube and someone's done a visualization of a Daft Punk live show. But I literally sit there for like an hour. It's like one of the old Magic Eye puzzles, and I'll just mong out headphones on and just stare at this thing. And that's what the Artful Escape's like. It's just it really reminds me a lot of Psychonauts, where you just you think you can't imagine this stuff unless you're on acids or you've like take as a LSD or whatever. It's just all like the colours and the music and how it all just all flows together perfectly. And there's a bit I did last night where it's not like the first level, let me call it a level, where I'm going back to the Cosmic Lung, and I was just going down a hill, holding down X to kind of do the solo, and then all these kind of monsters like sprung into life in the background. But it was this real kind of orchestral score going on with this sick guitar solo at the same time. It's incredible. I really love how simple like the paper doll animation is. It reminds me a lot of Oxenfree, but obviously kind of completely different game. Not really a game. It's such an incredible experience. If you don't play it with headphones on, you're doing it wrong. It's unbelievable. And it reminded me of the thing where we were talking about 12 Minutes a few weeks ago, and how they made such a big deal out of the voice actors in that, because there wasn't much else for the game to hang on. Whereas in the Artful Escape, you've got Carl Weathers and Lena Headey and Mark Strong. You think, oh wow, it's fucking guy from Happy Gilmore, but that's like just a a lovely flourish to the game, and it just ties it all together. Whereas it being, we've got these amazing actors in the game, and that's the best thing about it. It's unbelievable. I don't know, I think it's up there with Psychonauts 2 for me. In terms of things you can get on Game Pass, it's absolutely one of the very, very best things you can play on it. So play it, shut up and play it.
So I described it on Twitter as a fever dream psychedelic breakfast club that sees you enter the mind of David Bowie and Giorgio Moroder's love child. Now, the actual story behind the game is really poignant, and the reason I said breakfast club is it is very much a coming of age story. Now, without sounding too, as Duncan would eloquently put it, wanky, I feel that I can really see myself in this main character, and it sounds very stupid for me to say it, but basically where I used to live in North Devon, my dad is very well known. He has owned pubs and restaurants and bars all over North Devon. He's very sort of outgoing. He's in the newspaper quite a lot. He's been on TV a few times. He's sort of gets his name around on like Radio Devon, and he's very active in the local community. So all my life growing up, I sort of felt like I lived in the shadow of the man that my dad wanted me to be. And seeing that come through in the story of The Artful Escape is very much the same way I felt when I was a young teenager, in that everyone in Barnstable and everyone in North Devon, we would walk down the street and it's like, oh, hi Lockie, you all right Lockie? Oh, who's this? Oh, this is my son. Oh, what do you want to do when you're older? Do you want to be a fucking pub landlord? No, actually, I'm doing drama and I'm doing media studies and I'm doing performing arts. Oh, that's cool. Like, I felt that same disconnect between the main character and his uncle as I did growing up with my dad. So yeah, I instantly like hooked onto that aspect of the story. And yeah, as you say, it's not really a game as much as it is an experience.
Yeah.
You just watch this story go by you, but it's a story that I just could not stop wanting to move forward. And I had a smile on my face the entire time I played it. I played it last night. I turned it on. I didn't turn it off for about 3 hours. And yeah, I think it's beautiful. Like in every aspect, visually, audio, the voice acting's great. The artistic style in it's fantastic. The humor, the writing, just the essence of the game, everything works. From the silly little things as when you double jump, you can triple jump by shredding your guitar. Just little touches like that just make this experience better. I'm absolutely in love with it. And one thing that I definitely want to do is I want to replay it and answer questions in different ways and change who I become through the game to see if that has any impact. But overall, it is a masterpiece. I'm reluctant to call it a game, though. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, you could take all the gameplay out and splice it together like Disney's Fantasia, and I'd happily just sit and watch it and not have to play it.
I can't believe I didn't think of the connection between that and Fantasia.
I would call this an interactive visual audio novel.
Genesis Noir done right.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. For me, this isn't a game as much as it is an experience. I know that sounds really weird to say, but I
really love like the journey of it. So I think Connor, you mentioned it. So when you first load up the game, you have like the Bob Dylan track right at the beginning, and that's obviously your uncle, and then that's the beginning of your character's story as well. Yeah. But then as you
listened to that entire 4 minutes before I even started the game, just because I wanted to listen to the song.
Such a great track. But then as you move into your character's journey into becoming who he wants to be, you don't hear that anymore, and then it's all just like amazing galaxy fucking chords and all sorts. I love it, absolutely love it.
I don't think I've played something that has a more suitable title. Pretty much,
yeah.
It is literally an artful escape for a few hours.
I really wished I could talk about it.
It is escapism at its absolute finest. You can just turn this on and you can just be transported to the cosmic lung and you can just shred fucking guitar. So yeah, we all enjoy it then. And maybe Connor enjoys it too, but you'll have to find out by tuning in to his pass or play video.
I think with what I said, people are going to kind of guess what it's going to be, so...
I think we can get an inkling.
Plays across the board.
Yes.
Is that the first time we've all had a play when we've all actually played the game?
Yeah, it is. Also,
Bloody hell.
just very, very quickly, I played Raji. It's very good. It reminds me a bit of like Prince of Persia, but you're a princess and you're Indian. The combat's a bit clunky. The story is fantastic. The culture of the Indian subcontinent is brought through exquisitely. The soundtrack is great. And the visual art style is brilliant. It's just let down by some clunky platforming and some not so great combat. And it's quite repetitive. And that's why I didn't want to speak about it, because it's just like, it's all right, whatever. But Artful Escape is fucking sublime.
Yeah, if you have Game Pass, and even if you don't, you have to play it.
Chef Kiss. Should we talk about things that aren't Chef Kiss?
It depends. It depends who's you're talking about.
Shaun, for the people at home who aren't aware, what is our next segment and what's it all about?
Our next segment is Game in 60 Seconds, and Game in 60 Seconds is where we have 60 seconds to describe, or in my case now with YouTube, to show a picture of something, and basically it's a clue to a game title, and it's up to our viewers to try and figure it out before Paul and Zoe do in 10 seconds.
Pretty much.
And they take about 5 seconds instead of 60 because they're really shit. But we like Nicolas Cage, so we ain't changing the name.
No, it's fucking staying. So last week, Shaun, I'm going to start with yours. Can you get the picture up on the screen now for the people who are listening via our YouTube?
I can do.
Okay, so dead trophy bird. That's how I'm describing it.
Dead bird trophy man.
Dead bird trophy man. What was dead bird trophy man,
Can I give my
Shaun?
answer here?
Oh, yes, you can. Yeah, Connor, go ahead.
What remains of Edith Finch?
Yeah.
Absolute spot on.
Yeah, because the bird that you picked is a dead finch. Mm-hmm. And it's got a name badge.
The remains of a finch, you might say.
Yeah, brilliant. Duncan, yours was the best.
Thanks.
What was your clue again, please?
I couldn't figure out this one.
It's amazing.
Choo choo, arg.
So,
do you know what it reminds me of? The end of was it Buffy the Vampire Slayer that had the noise?
That's the arg I was mimicking. Oh yeah, you got that. To get the fucking answer. You did get it. Yeah.
I got the answer. Yeah,
you did. Yeah.
So Duncan.
Yeah.
What was that game?
Harry, that was Monster Train.
So stupid.
Why is it like a pirate saying "arr"?
It's a monster.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
Yeah.
No,
I was
monsters
trying to think how that matches in with A Pirate's Life, Sea of Thieves. I couldn't quite get there. Now, my one, loads of people got it straight away. Half the people didn't understand it whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
As is the Game in 60 Seconds way.
My clue is American pasta, but basically in heaven. Something along those lines.
That American mac and cheese is basically like heaven.
There we go. Now, Shaun, you got this one, yeah?
No, I actually didn't. You told us it.
Oh, okay. So there's a type of American mac and cheese that is called Kraft. And another word for heaven is utopia. So it's Craftopia. I'll take that silence as
crickets.
I'll take. Please don't edit in some crickets. I will take that as a success. The silence.
It'll just be Hopper from A Bug's Life pop up on the screen.
Please don't. Have we all got some clues for this week?
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a special one.
Okay. I'm going to say, Connor, as you're our guest this week, you can go last. Fuck it, Duncan, go.
What?
Ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okui diagram.
What?
Yes.
Sorry.
Do that again.
No one is getting it.
Do that again.
Oh, cooey diagram. No one is getting that.
Why quick the Nickelback meme? Look at this graph come to mind.
Quick question: how the fuck do I spell cooey?
COO-EE. Duh.
Okay.
Duh. Come on, mate.
I have no idea what that is.
Surprisingly, never had to write the word cooey before in my life.
So, cooey, look at that
Diagram.
graph.
No, diagram.
Diagram.
No, not look at that graph. Cooey
It's because I said the Nickelback meme.
Cooey, diagram. Okay,
I have
Duncan.
no idea what that could be.
I'm going to have to bleep this out.
I'm not gonna tell anyone. I'm gonna message Harry now.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm not telling anyone. I'm so convinced no one's getting it. Hang on, Harry. Let me
Okay.
find you.
Oh my god, I'm so
I
excited
literally
for
have
this.
no idea what it could be.
In the meantime, Shaun, you do yours. Oh
Well,
my
you
god.
need to
what
look,
the
so-
how the hell have you... Duncan.
Yeah, you get it?
Oh no.
Yes. Yes.
No.
No one's getting it.
Fucking way. No cunt's getting that. Right, Shaun, you go with yours.
right. Everyone got their Discords up.
I do indeed.
It's a very simple one this time that I've gone
God.
with, and it will be appearing on screens right about now.
What the fuck is that? It's just a sad dude with
I know who that
blonde
is.
hair.
Isn't he like some sort of wrestler?
Oh my god, I know
He
what that
is
is.
indeed.
I've got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
Very good.
And his name...
that is so... Oh, mate, I'm so happy with that. I
Do you know how
can't
long it
believe
took to
that.
find matched his to Photoshop onto it?
Oh my god. I can't believe I got it. I'm going to have to bleep out so much stuff in this. Okay, fair enough. Well, that's a good one, Shaun. I'm happy with that one.
Thanks.
I've forgotten mine, so I'm stalling for time a little bit. Why do I keep doing this?
Something about dodging.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so my clue this week is Dodgers on the run. Dodgers on the run.
I just get Riders in the Storm in my head then.
Anybody got any ideas?
No, I've been thinking
Dodgers
that, I
on
thought
the
it
run.
was something with LA, but I just couldn't.
No.
couldn't-
Are you guys ready to be massively disappointed?
Or jammy Dodgers.
No. That is...
It's fucking shit.
Oh, for fuck my arse.
Wait, Dodgers on the run.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
he's on the run. It fucking works.
I have no idea.
Please tell me it works.
Crickets.
It does work. I'm
Fuck's sake.
disappointed in myself.
We're not angry.
Do you know what,
All
happened,
right.
Harry? I think I thought too much of you on that one.
I'm sorry I disappointed you, Duncan.
like when you said it earlier on, I was googling like teams with Dodgers in it. No, well done, I suppose.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Connor, you have not fucking shut up about your one for like 3 days. Be like, guys, I've got one. It's really good.
I've got one.
All right, go for it.
It might be easy, but I'm proud of it.
Okay.
The occupants of that there manor are pretty malevolent.
The occupants of that there manor.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, go on then, Dunks.
Yep, it's...
Yeah, boy.
Is that on Game Pass?
Yep.
Bloody hell. I didn't even know it was on Game Pass.
Fair enough.
I was
I'll give you
flipping
that
through
one.
Game Pass, I thought, I'll go with that one.
That's good. That's a good clue, actually. I mean, everyone's going to get it almost immediately, Zoe and Paul. But yeah, no, happy with that one.
I mean, you sucked to the brief having it more than 3 words, so
Yeah.
so, yeah, much better than mine.
So,
I still really want to know what yours is.
I suppose I need to tell you, Shaun, don't I?
Please.
I'm not ever
think-
going to guess that. Never.
I'll message it to the
message it in the Discord in a second. So, Duncan,
Yeah.
as you are on the show, it's like your 9th episode running. we have got an episode segment of Duncan Voices Indie Choices, where this week Duncan has been playing the fantastic little physics-based brawler Mad Streets, and we've even been having a little chat with him on social media about it also. Now, Duncan, how's your experience been in this great little game?
Yeah, thanks, Harry, you great mate. It's brilliant. I absolutely love it. Yeah, it's great. Mad
You sound like Richard Madeley.
I was going for is it Paul Whitehouse in the Fast Show?
My God,
Smashy and Nicey.
Also, is it bad that whenever we start the segment now, I have the tune ingrained in my mind and I'm playing through it while I'm listening?
So good.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
you've been playing Mad Streets.
Mad Streets, yeah. So it's a 4-player couch co-op slap 'em up. So it's super influenced, I think, by Gang Beasts. So, you know, anyone play Gang Beasts, where it's just like that kind of quite obtuse beat 'em up, where you've got to throw each other off things.
It's like ragdoll physically.
Yeah, so it's like that. Not quite as frustrating to play, I suppose is the words. But it's ultimately like a beat 'em up in the same style, but there are kind of more fun things to do with it. So you have it's quite light on content, but you have a campaign mode where you can kind of pick a class of people. I don't know how you call it. So you get I think you can pick a jock, a bouncer, a punk, or some posh twats, and then you go through like a little story with up to 3 friends on your couch. But it's only me and Georgia, only me and my lovely wife having to play this. But then as you're doing it, so one round you'll be beating each other up, and the next one you've got to do a little bit like moving out. You can play that game where you have to kind of move sofas around, so you've got to chuck the thing out the window. Another round you might have dodgeball. So it's basically Gang Beasts just expanded. But it's really, really bloody fun. So it really reminded me a lot of Def Jam. Remember Def Jam on like the GameCube and stuff like that?
Yep.
I.e. the best ever fighting game that needs a remake. So it's got really nice chunky weighty punching and kicking. But it's done on 4 buttons, so you kind of X might be like left kick, B be right kick, Y be punch, etc. There's not a lot to it at the minute, but I've been chatting to the devs on Twitter, and they said there is more coming. So at the moment there's no online mode, which I was a bit disappointed at first. But I think that's being released I think in October along with the Steam update. So over time, I think it will expand. It feels like a perfect party game. So if you've got like some mates around and some beers, it will be an absolute ton of fun. It's another one where I think it would probably benefit loads if it was on Game Pass, because I can't imagine a lot of people are going to buy it because I haven't really marketed it a lot. I think I've just happened to find their Twitter account. But it looks really good. It's really nice, chunky, colourful. It's really, really fun. And it feels very satisfying to thump people on it. So me and Georgia were having a right old laugh when we were having a play. But yeah, there's not a ton to talk about it really. It's really, really fun. Over time, it will expand. I think at the minute, probably wouldn't justify it for £16. Just because I think I played. You can get most of the achievements within an hour. Which doesn't represent amazing value for money, but if you're in the market for a party game, like I guess it could be a little bit Mario Party-ish as well. Can't really go far wrong, but again, definitely needs to be on Game Pass to hit a wider audience for sure. So that's me review.
Now it's funny that you say how you saw the game. The way that I saw this game is that they put a tweet out like, "Hey guys, nobody's talking or playing about our game. Can people please check it out and review it?" And I messaged them and I was like, "We'll totally fucking review it. Why not? Go for it." And they were like, "Oh, that's really cool. Let us know how you get on." And instantly from there, the dev team behind it are also the people that run the social media were just like, "Hey, just let us know if you enjoy it. Like, even if you don't, we want to know what your experience was."
Yeah, they're really cool. I've chatted to them a few times now. and it's nice kind of speaking to a dev who like wants to engage with their players as well. But you know, I love buying indie games because I really want to support them. I'm very glad I bought it. I certainly don't feel like I wasted any money, and it will only get better. But yeah, I just wish they were chatting about it a bit more, because just on the very short trailer I watched, I was like, yeah, that is right up my street. Real kind of satisfying, chunky combat, and it's funny as well. So you can have a fight where it'll be in a bar, and you can knock someone out by flinging a pizza across the room, and then when you hit them, there's like a nice slow mo on a KO. It's really, really fun. I definitely recommend it. But I say, just if you're going to buy it, just be aware that you probably get through the content relatively quickly. So you've got like quite a short campaign mode for each of the factions, and some other little modes like a rumble mode, like a one punch kill mode, etc. But good, yeah.
Now here is a sentence that I never thought that I would say, Duncan. Here we go. Where on the yodeling dick butt would you like your finger to go?
So I take this very seriously, guys, so I'd appreciate you not laughing at the yodeling dick butt rating system.
My favourite bit of the last podcast, right? It was a fucking mess. But my favourite bit of the podcast was when you gave your description of how you're going to review Song of Iron. And then you said, and so that's my review of Song of Iron. And then you just burst out laughing because you realised how utterly ridiculous the entire thing was.
Hey, so I'm a pioneer, man. So
just imagine IGN being like, and so the pros of the game are X, Y, and Z, and we give it a full fist out of 10.
I'll walk on stage at E3 just Vaseline in my arm, ready for
come here, Phil.
Ready for a dev to walk on stage. Right, bend over, son.
It's your lucky day.
Any microtransactions in there?
Take a run up.
Oh my god!
Up to the wrist. You know, it's good.
So
very happy I bought it. I wasn't as frustrated as I was playing it as Song of Iron, but they're very different games ultimately. But I think it will develop into something really, really fun and packed with content over time. Up to the wrist. There you go.
Up to the wrist. There you go. Shaun, have fun.
Of Mad Streets. Up to the wrist.
Get yodeling.
Up to the wrist. No lube.
Oh
my god!
Don't need to run up.
Can't believe that's your review score. That's your scale.
I don't even know how he got to that. Because initially I was like, I'm going to take this really seriously.
A cheeky finger of approval, and it's just morphed.
Yeah, it was just first.
Oh, that was
at first it was just
slap.
slapping it.
Yeah,
it was the slap, and then it was the fist, and I did the zip and the slap noise, and it's just now evolved into a yodeling hand with a dick butt.
That's my nickname on a Tuesday night.
Yodeling dick butt.
It was Splitgate. That was it. Because I loved it so much. It was up to the elbow.
It was up to the elbow.
On anything topple Splitgate, who can say? Tune in to next week's Gaming Sports Podcast.
Oh man! So Connor, we're going to do a Q&A now. Oh, what a dirty segue that is.
Do you want Duncan to rate your answers?
Yes, Duncan, you've got to rate each answer on your scale.
On the scale?
So you and Shaun are going to read, yeah?
Okay.
I'm going to answer, and Duncan's going to give the old finger of approval.
Mastermind gets moved to the watershed.
What am I judging? Comedy? Speed?
No, just the actual answer itself.
Quality of the answer. Okay.
The quality of the answer. So we're going to do some quick fire questions for Connor, who has obviously recently joined the podcast, and we thought a good way of getting our listeners to sort of recognise him and know him a bit more is to ask him some personal questions. So, Connor, I want to know, at what age did you lose your virginity?
That's a bit too personal, that one.
I'm joking. Were you ever touched as a kid?
And how far up to the elbow was it?
A little bit further than the elbow.
Oh, no.
Bloody hell.
Maybe the
How
shoulder.
was Catholic school?
Not good. No comment.
Okay, no, we're actually going to ask some serious questions, guys. Some serious businessman questions. I'm a businessman. Okay, so Marion the Mad and listener Jordan, who is JChink BMX, they both wanted to know how you came up with the GeneralC name.
It's actually a play on words, because I try to give my general opinion on things as best as I can. And obviously, general is a rank in the military, and the C is for my name, Connor.
Where does that go?
Oh,
Duncan?
I like the general opinion, so that's up to the elbow, Connor. Well done, good job.
Woo!
Okay, listener Paul wants to know what is your favourite genre, and also, knowing that you and your dad both play Halo together, which one of you would win a 1v1?
Favourite genre is obviously sci-fi shooters, FPS shooters specifically. And
Okay.
me versus my dad, I always win. Always win.
He's a little scrub, is he?
He's getting to the age now, isn't he?
Eyes have gone cataracts. Just not what he used to be.
Yeah, he usually plays Call of Duty, and he can't keep up with me on Halo and like games like, I know it's not a first-person shooter, but Gears of War, he can't keep up with me on them.
You just wipe the floor with him.
Yep.
Duncan,
No
where's that
mercy.
going on the scale?
Pinky finger, you should love your dad more.
These little comments as well. If anyone's got to this part on Psychonauts 2, remind me of the cook-off level with the little
Better than
the
a
little
bag full of
comments.
nails.
Yeah, slightly better than a mouthful of nails.
So, Pinky of Legend wants to know who is your
Pinky of
favourite. That's what it is, isn't it?
No, it's just because the
Pinky,
last
wasn't it?
rating was a pinky.
Oh my god. Okay, so Up to the Elbow of Legend asks, who is your favourite Power Ranger villain and why is it Ivan Ooze?
I can tell you it's definitely not Ivan Ooze. It's Lord Zed, because he's just so damn cool.
Duncan, I could hear your apathy in
It's
your voice then.
Rita Repulsa, so you don't even get a rating on that one, I'm afraid.
Well. We're all entitled to our opinion.
Dick Butt moves away from the hand on that one.
So, Perrin Pluck 1983 has asked, how did you come up with the Pass or Play series and what made you take the leap onto YouTube?
A Pass or Play series. I came up with it because I was looking for a Pass or Play series myself. Well, a Game Pass series myself. But I couldn't find it, so I thought I'd make it myself. And
When were you listening? Because obviously we've been around now for about 10 months. So.
I've been doing my Pass or Play series since August 2020.
Oh, all right then. Whatever.
Don't sue us.
Whatever.
And you can go back and look. The evidence is
And
there. Just don't rate those earlier ones because they're terrible.
What rating does that get, Duncan?
This one goes up to the armpits because I'm proud of you, Connor, for trying to achieve your dreams.
Up to the armpit.
And to answer the thing on YouTube, it's always been a aspiration of mine to do YouTube, and I just never had the confidence to do it at the time years ago because I had some anxiety issues I needed to overcome.
Well, I think that means that you get both shoulders in, doesn't it?
You've gone even deeper now, mate.
You're going to split me in two.
Trying to get my head up there now. Yeah.
He's going to wear you like a hat.
It's going to be like Ace Ventura with the rhino.
Yeah.
Like a glove.
Marion would also like to know what steps YouTubers should follow. And do you have any rules that you follow specifically yourself?
I'm guessing he means like new YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't think he's asking for you to give advice to PewDiePie.
anyone like that's planning on starting YouTube or is just starting YouTube, I think they should follow the steps of doing what they want to do first and then move on from there. Get yourself a little bit of experience. Because that's what I did. I did some like newsy stuff before, but now I've moved on to do what I actually want to do, which is my Pass or Play series.
Now, Geordie Shaun 1 has asked if you could get one game or IP remade, like KOTOR or Final Fantasy VII, from the ground up, what would it be? A caveat to that, he said his game would be Breath of Fire 3.
Mine would be a game from 2005 that you might not have played. I mean, any of you might not have played. It's Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse. And it was made on the Halo engine. And it was a really good game that's underappreciated.
I remember that.
I love Stubbs the Zombie.
Limbs fell off and stuff, and you could go back and collect them. Is that the one?
Yes, and that was actually re-released in March of this year. So if you do ever want to get back to it, it's on the Xbox Store, it's on the PlayStation Store. It was an Xbox exclusive when it originally came out, but it's now a multi-platform game.
Nice.
I would like a full remake of that.
But also Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, but Banjo-Kazooie,
Full disclosure, I've never played Banjo-Kazooie.
And that's everything. And General C is no longer part of Gamers Watch.
Pass or play series of Rare Replay coming up, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to game pass on you, Connor. Sorry, mate.
Okay.
Now, we've got one more question. And this question is from... Do I really have to say it, Connor?
Yes. He wants me to tell you to say the name.
Right. I'm going to say the name, but I'm debating whether or not I bleep the name.
Don't bleep the name.
Just to annoy him. It'd be funny,
the
wouldn't it?
name?
Just funny, yeah.
Don't believe
It's a
it.
lovely name.
All right. Big, thick sausage.
with two C's as well.
Big, thick sausage
Double C.
has asked, what? Can't do it. I can't do it. Big, thick sausage.
Oh, God, I'm dying.
Big, thick, big, thick sausage has asked. Oh, big, thick sausage.
You said his name about 50 times now after not wanting to say it once.
He loves it. He loves that big thick sausage around his mouth, doesn't he?
Passing through his lips.
Come on, Harry, one more time.
Big, thick sausage. Sean, you better
Big old
not.
mouthful.
You better not make a picture of my face with a sausage going in and out of it.
Please do.
Actually, when I said passing through his lips, what popped in my head was last episode Duncan with his behind lips.
You know, I've had those two words stuck in my mind all week. Behind lips.
You're welcome.
Big, thick sausage has asked, what Marvel IP would you want? Who's making it? And what is the genre of game?
The IP would be The Punisher, because I think that would appeal to more people.
Okay.
And it'd be made by the Coalition, and it would obviously be an action shooter.
Okay. Thank you,
I'd
big,
love
thick
that.
sausage.
Thank you, big thick sausage indeed.
Well, what a way to end the show.
Can you say it one more time, Harry?
That's not the first time you said thank you, big thick sausage either, is it, Harry?
It's not, no.
Banter.
Tell you what, mate, enjoy your vegan restaurant, all right?
Oh, I fucking won't.
Call
That's
back.
low. That's low.
I'm going to Burger King straight after. I don't know.
You're not even going to order anything in there, are you? You're just going to sit there.
You should turn up with the Burger King.
Just going to sit there crossing my arms, really grumpy. Like, I don't want to be here. I want my
Falafel.
beef. Yeah.
Hummus can fuck off with fucking chickpeas. Now, thank you to everybody who sent in their listener questions, especially Big Thick Sausage. Thank you very much. Connor, thank you for joining us today. A very quick one. If people want to check out your Artful Escape video, how can they find you?
They can find me on YouTube at TheGeneralC. Yes, you can also find me on Twitter. It's _general_C.
And obviously, you're going to be making a bit more content for us going forward.
Yes.
What have you got sort of planned for the short-term future?
Well, somebody pre-ordered the Halo Special Edition Xbox Series X and the Elite controller, and there will be an unboxing video when that comes out on the Gamers Watch channel.
Hey. 2
videos, I think you want. I want them in 2, didn't you? So
yeah, I think one of each would be great.
I'll do
Master
more
Harry
in
said
depth.
too.
I'll do the controller for you in a separate video, and then I will do the Xbox in a separate video and compare the 2 controllers in that Xbox video.
That will be great. So thank you very much for coming along, Connor. It's been great. Duncan, as always, it's been a pleasure for you to bring us down to our normal debauchery level
Don't
nonsense.
patronise me, man.
I'm not. I'm saying thank you for bringing us down. It's great.
Elevated it.
Shaun,
Did you just say you hated it?
Thank you for
Elevated.
putting up.
Oh, I thought you just went.
Wow.
I hated it.
Carry on like that.
Now, Shaun, thank you for putting up with me for another hour.
That's all right.
As
We'll
always,
be even earlier next week now that you've had your scolding from Dunks.
Yes, yeah, I'll be sure to get Theo to listen to this podcast and share your opinions and thoughts, Duncan.
Cool, thanks.
As always, thank you to everybody for listening. If you want to leave us a review, please do. If you're a little bitch, leave us a 1-star review.
I love the inflection on bitch as well. It's great.
I mean,
Let's say
if
it
you
again.
get so offended by somebody having a different opinion on you on women's rights that you have to go out of your way to write 1-star reviews everywhere and then go onto all of our YouTube videos and be like, hey guys, these people like killing babies, then you're an absolute dick. And so on that, keep on keep on listening. Yeah, keep on listening.
And keep on gaming.
Big thick sausage.